Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
The bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Billy, you there? Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room. We're having some technical difficulties at the moment. Danny Ryan here with you. Waiting on Billy Schwein, Josh Hennig as well, live from the Tropicana Sportsbook in Atlantic City. But a big day of Eagles football today as we bear with you here, or you bear with us for the technical difficulties. Trying to get Billy and the locker room crew connected over there at the Tropicana. Not hearing anything at the moment, but a big day of Philadelphia Eagles football on the way. I mean, Sunday Night Football versus the Dallas Cowboys, 8:20 p.m. tonight. Eagles with a bad loss last week and looking to make up for it this week. I mean, hey, the Eagles, they got their teeth kicked in last week. There's nothing you can say about that aside from they got their teeth kicked in. And now they set their sights on Dallas tonight. And what really a lot of people are talking about is the biggest game of the year. Billy, do we have you over there yet? Billy Schwein, not here yet, so we'll keep you updated on that. But yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles, they face the Dallas Cowboys tonight at 8:20. A lot of MVP conversations with both the quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott, getting a lot of MVP consideration at the moment. And, well, I mean, it's really just going to come down to what kind of team are the Dallas Cowboys tonight? Are they on the Philadelphia Eagles level? Are they going to prove the haters wrong that say, you know, I don't know exactly what the combined record is off the top of my head, but they haven't beat winning teams. The combined record for the teams they've faced, it's unbelievable. I mean, they haven't been able to overall just beat solid teams. I mean, they're working with what they have on their schedule at the same time, but can the Philadelphia Eagles finally establish their dominant win they have? Darius Slay was back at practice. A lot of guys are going to be healthy in comparison to last week. Dallas Goedert will be back from injury from fracturing his forearm. So a lot of things may go right tonight for the Philadelphia Eagles, but a lot of things could go wrong. We're going to figure out exactly what type of team the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles are once it's all said and done, but should make for a great matchup here tonight. Like I said, Danny Ryan here at 97.3 ESPN. We're just filling some airtime real quick as we wait for Billy Schwein, the locker room crew, live from Tropicana in Atlantic City at the Sportsbook. And we'll update you momentarily as we get them connected and hear from them over in Atlantic City. But definitely chime in on the text board if you have any thoughts on tonight's game, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Billy, do we have you over there yet? Still experiencing technical difficulties. Oh, there we go. Billy, we got you.
You should be able to hear us now, Dan.
What's going on, Billy?
I got my special guest, Mark Rhymes, here. Josh is working feverishly to get this all ironed out. Good morning, Danny Ryan, to you. Mark Rhymes, good morning to you. Josh,
good morning.
A very gallant effort over there.
Oh, we were against the gun, Billy. I was filling about 5 minutes airtime there. Glad I have you, though.
Yeoman's work, Danny Ryan.
Oh, thank you very much.
Live at the Caesar Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. We're here throughout the whole entire football season, Mark Rhymes. We have a lot of fun. This is the place to be because the enthusiasm, it's like being at the game. I know you were at the game last week.
Yes.
And we were saying before we got on the air that it wasn't in the stands, it wasn't a blowout until it didn't seem like on television. As soon as the second quarter or second half started, it didn't look good on TV.
It was 13-7.5 in the third quarter. We were down by 2 touchdowns, but hey, we've been down before all season, and we always seem to come back. So I don't think anybody was worried until the fourth quarter came, and then the exodus began.
Danny, I was the only one. I reiterated that I was the only one that picked the 49ers last week. It pained me to do so because I'm an Eagles fan. I'm passionate. I want to see the Birds win every game. Go undefeated, if you will. But my there's a difference between your head and your heart, right? Yeah, the last 4 weeks prior to the 49ers game, they had their 9 lives. They got away with a lot, and they came out. They've come out the last 4 or 5 weeks, and they've won. Win's a win in the NFL. But the bottom line is they didn't look at. They looked at a sink, Grimesy.
Well, hey, listen, you can't win them all. Can't win them all.
Especially not like that.
Correct.
So
Listen, the one thing I noticed, that team, besides the Miami Dolphins, might have been the fastest team I've seen all season. Now, the one thing we got to point out that Billy's not talking about, we played 3 games in 13 days.
That is correct.
That is correct.
And they were off for 14 days.
You're
So
right. So
that
they
wasn't
played one-
talked about.
Right. And that's real, because in the NFL, you got to play at a high level all 17 games. I understand, like the 49ers lost 3 in a row.
Correct.
So let's just hope the Eagles can – maybe that's what they needed, Josh. Maybe they needed to get blown out and like a wake-up call, Danny.
Well, everybody needs a wake up call at some point,
Right?
It's not the issue of they don't have the talent. They have the talent.
Yeah.
They have but they executed poorly. They had a horrible game plan, and I'm gonna have to figure out whose computer has a speaker on, because somebody's giving us an echo over here.
I'll fix it.
Oh, it's Mark.
Yes.
Come on, Mark.
That's
Sorry
right.
about that.
He got it. He
He's
fixed it.
warming up.
I took care of it. Hey,
No, what Grimesy made a good point. The Eagles play what, 3 games in
3 games in 13
13
days.
and that's a lot.
And who'd they play? Give me the 3 teams.
San Francisco, Buffalo, Kansas City, and Dallas.
Thank you.
So
49ers. They play Dallas tonight.
Listen,
Right.
well,
No, they play Kansas City and they play Buffalo.
Then they play Buffalo,
And
then they
then
play
And then the
San Francisco.
49ers, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So
But the larger point is that to me, what frustrates me is that when you're playing that many games in that many days, and then you're not prepared for the 3rd game of that stretch. Like they were prepared for Kansas City. They fought hard to win against Buffalo in overtime.
Mhm.
And it felt like on Sunday, it was like in the second half, the defense ran out of gas.
the 2 big guys, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. It said in the newspaper, I think when Marcus Hayes wrote an article, these guys are gassed. Davis and Carter are gassed. Big headline in the Inquirer today.
Hey,
Well,
you're
that's
10-1.
Yeah, I mean, that's now why there's rumors about possibly Ndamukong Suh returning to the Philadelphia Eagles
I would love that.
for a little bit
absolutely
extra
love
depth
that.
and to be able to rotate those guys and give them some rest.
Yes.
All right, now I want to get your opinion on this. I said this on the show yesterday. Dave Klemick, former wide receiver of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
Grimes, you were at the game. I wasn't. I was a season ticket holder since 1991.
Mm-hmm.
When you were at the game, the one thing about being at the game, you could see the whole field. You could see the play develop. You could see back in the day when Donovan McNabb was quarterback, you could see he would be missing wide open guys.
Yep.
You can't. You don't have that at benefit of TV. You can't see the who's open, what route he's missing. Maybe his progression he's missing. So I can't really comment on whether he's not hitting the right receiver, making the right read, because I'm only watching on TV.
Well, the bigger reason, even if you had that information, Billy, you wouldn't be accurate anyway, because of the fact that we don't know the truth of how this team is relaying information.
But a guy's open, Josh. A guy's open.
But that's not the point. You got to back up for a second, okay? You mentioned before about how the play is supposed to play out, right? Well, we don't know who is making some of these decisions, because every NFL play has an A and a B side. All right. So when they play calls in and Jalen saying, XY banana 322, Cobra, dinosaur banana,
Josh, give it a place.
I probably just mixed about 3 different plays together. But the point is that, all those words mean something.
Right.
So when he goes to the line and changes the play from A to B, everyone's supposed to be on the same page. So the problem is that one, like for example, is the play caller Brian Johnson sending the Jalen the wrong play, and then Jalen then is looking for the wrong play when he gets to the line of scrimmage.
But my argument is when the play is actually called, his progression. I'm just saying from my viewpoint on TV, I can't see when I was at the game. Look, Josh, I played quarterback in college. All right. So
you played quarterback in college when they were running the wishbone, for goodness sake.
But wait a minute. I played so I could see the
Breaking
field.
news. I didn't know that.
Lise McRae played against Brian Baldinger.
Hold up. I'm going to grab this picture that's on Billy's side of the desk of him playing QB.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you see
Laying on his back.
when I'm at the game, I can see the field. I can tell.
But you don't
better
need to
gauge.
see the field to
I do. I'm
understand.
talking about what I
To
do.
understand, well, then that's your problem. I know
Settle down,
how an
settle
NFL
down.
offense is supposed to be run. If the play caller is not calling the right play, it doesn't matter what Jalen's progression is supposed
That's
to be.
a true statement, but I'm talking about once the play is called, like people could be wide open, he's missing them.
But
He's been very inconsistent.
But
this
if the
year.
play call is that you're not supposed to go through 4 options and only go through 2 options, then that's part of the problem. Like, for example, when he fell down, right, on that play in the first half, he's telling A.J. Brown to go to the left corner,
Right.
Well, was the play called only going to one side of the field? You follow what I'm saying?
I follow what you're saying.
Was the play
Was
called
he the primary receiver?
exactly?
Right.
And so, like, for example, one of the things they do in college is it's option 1, option 2 run, or option 1, option 2 dump off. And the NFL is supposed to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Right.
So it's supposed to be more of a chart going on. That's why they have that stupid wristband on the arm,
That's right.
right? You know, so I mean, and then we've all seen it. You know, we're not stupid. We know that these NFL playbooks have a gazillion options in them. But if the person in Jalen's ear is the person in Jalen's ear isn't telling him to go through all the options, you know, is Jalen going to tell Brian Johnson, go bleep yourself? I'm going to do whatever I want.
Listen, Jalen Hurts, his first when he was getting his first year, that was always my issue with him. He didn't see the field.
Right.
The next year, I got proven wrong. He was almost the MVP. Probably
Should have been the
MVP
MVP last year.
This year, we're 10-1, and we're really 10-2 now. 10-2 now, arguing about if he should be the starter. So that's somebody. People are out there saying that. That's crazy.
Well, that's David Carr
crazy.
being an idiot.
Yeah.
David Carr put his foot in his mouth and was an idiot.
That's
But
nuts.
Mark, what's the biggest difference from last year to this year?
It could be the offense coordinator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shane Steichen is a coach of the year candidate in Indianapolis.
Mhm.
Brian Johnson has struggled half the year.
Mhm.
He's learning on the job.
Well, it's week 14.
Yeah.
I think if you don't know what you're doing by now, what's the problem? And then you got to ask the question about Sirianni. Danny, you brought this up earlier this week on your 5 with Danny Rye about the fact that is Nick Sirianni not doing enough to make sure the offense is run properly.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the reason, and we'll go to break right after this and we're up against it, but I think part of the reason they didn't have a lot of success last week is they got down early, and a lot of the play calls were designed for downfield big throws. And I think they got away from really just attacking over the middle of the field. What did you see on the first 3 plays? A.J. Brown on a slant, essentially, just wide open, running right through and carving through that 49ers defense. They got away from that, and I think that's part of the reason why Jalen Hurts was sitting back in the pocket looking so deep for like 4 to 5 seconds. I mean, they were just designing the big play and never got it.
I agree.
All right, well, we got 2 hours to break it all down. Grimes, you got my agent at the beach with us. Josh Hennig and I were all here at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 to give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. I'm here to tell you about Las Scala's. I know, Grimes, you like Las Scala's.
Oh, love that place.
All right, you got to get down to Las Scala's Beach House. They're in Brigantine. They're open this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll enjoy their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at Las Scala's, open Wednesday through Sunday. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Hey, every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9 p.m. 1 free signature pizza per table. That's a great deal. Drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peronis, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. It's broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for Week 14 in the NFL right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Football Sunday on ESPN Radio.
Stafford has it, shoots it right side. It is caught. It's a touchdown. Cooper Cup.
Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams have won 3 straight and find themselves right in the middle of the race for the postseason. They'll head east of Baltimore to face Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, who are tied for the top spot in the AFC.
You can't worry about being a number 1 seed. You know, it's the NFL. Anything can happen.
Coverage begins at noon Eastern with kickoff at 1.
It's NFL Sunday on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you. If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Your palace awaits. Caesars Palace Online Casino is now live. Download today and register using code Radio Launch. New users get a $10 sign-up bonus, a 100% deposit match up to $8,000, and 2,500 reward credits after wagering $25. Must be 21 and physically present in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, or West Virginia. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonuses. Full terms and wagering requirements at CaesarsPalaceOnline.com/promos. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In West Virginia, all games regulated by the West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly.
Hi, Merrill Reese from Mike's Seafood Polar Bear Run Walk for Autism in Sea Isle City. The Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism has been promoting awareness and raising funds for special service schools and families of special needs children. Come join over 5,000 participants in the 5K race and the Family Fun Walk, followed by a huge after party. Join us in huge heated tents where they'll have great food, unbelievable door prizes, and the award ceremony. The party is not just for runners and walkers, it's for the entire family. They'll have clowns, superheroes, and face painters for the kids. For more information or to register, go to polarbearrunwalkforautism.com. That's polarbearrunwalkforautism.com.
Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism is Saturday, February 17th at JFK on the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Registration is from 9:30 to 11:30. Run Walk starts at noon.
Any day you can do something for children with disabilities, it's a good day.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Free mobile app.
All right, back broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schwein, my special guest, my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes, and Josh Hennig here. Hey, Grimes, did I see you coaching the coaching last night at the Wells Fargo Center?
No, it's just
you were like sitting right next to the coach.
Yeah. There were some good seats. Yeah, I was drawing up some plays for DJ Wagner.
I thought I saw you call a timeout or two.
Alex, good time, great game yesterday.
Grimes, you go to a lot of games, and you can feel the enthusiasm. Like when you're watching on TV,
yes,
you get the replay, the benefit of replay.
1,000%.
But there's something to be said for being in the crowd.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
Like,
nothing like it, right?
Even last week's game after the loss, I'm telling you, it was just a great atmosphere.
Yeah,
that was almost like Super Bowl atmosphere to be.
Really?
Oh my! If you're playing,
well, I got to be honest with you. Listen, it was loud. It was. I mean, it came across pretty well until the third quarter.
Exactly.
And the wheels fell off.
Yep.
Look. What I was trying to explain, Danny, you can jump into to Josh is like I just feel like I can look at the field when I'm I can see the game better.
Right.
You're limited when you're watching on TV.
1,000%.
So I can't really
listen. That's in hockey. That's anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But the Eagles, like they just haven't been in sync, and it's just not last week. It's been 5 weeks building up, and they got to turn. They have an opportunity. They got a wake up call. They got punched in the mouth.
Right.
They got abused. I mean, the 49ers came into our house, right, and made us look silly. I think.
But again, I'm telling you.
Can they straighten it out, Grimes?
It didn't look that way for me for 3 quarters. Like, I'm not going to say it wasn't a blowout to me until the fourth quarter.
Really?
Yes. That's when the fourth quarter hit, I was like, all right, we're out of gas.
Yeah,
we're not coming back from this game.
Everyone was holding on hope until that
Yes.
final, when Hurts went out with the injury and then they
Yep.
brought him back in. Like, I was like, all right, what are you bringing Hurts back in for? Wave the white flag.
Correct.
I mean, I was holding on hope as well. I mean, it was just like they kept inching away, but they really weren't putting us to bed. And then they finally put us to bed, like you said, around the beginning and middle of that fourth quarter. But, I think
we're holding out hope because they've done it all season.
Exactly.
Right. That's
They've
exactly
done it all
what I mean.
season. That's
Exactly.
It's like, God,
You can't count this team out, Grimesy.
another 7-point first half, and I'm at halftime thinking, we got this. We're good because they did it all season. And that's the problem, though. I mean, what did they say about the Minnesota Vikings last year? They were 11-0 in one-score games. You know what everyone said about them? They're frauds. And what did? They got bounced in the divisional round by Daniel Jones and Big Blue, the New York Giants. So the Eagles got to figure this out fast or else history is going to repeat itself. They were scratching and clawing their way to every win.
And by the way, they go down to Dallas where they haven't won since 2017.
Yep.
I mean, that's not an easy place for them to play.
Let me ask you a question. So the Baltimore Ravens that won the Super Bowl many years ago, all their games were 9-6, 10-7. You know what I mean? They didn't blow anybody off the map, kind of like what the Eagles are doing this year. So that's who I relate this team to.
But the difference between that is that their defense was the number one defense, in every category. The Eagles' defense is ranked 22nd overall and 29 against the pass. Grimesy, they can't. The 49ers went through them like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, but we got some injuries.
Well, I hear that. I hear you. We all teams have injuries, right? This time of year. I mean,
sure. Well, that's what I'm saying. So you think it's going to last all the way through the playoffs? I don't agree with that. I think we'll be fine. We're going to be fine.
Let's we'll see what this team is made of by the effort they put forth tonight.
1,000.
Sunday Night Football, national television game. Big crowd, big audience
in Dallas.
Dallas.
If you think what you saw last week is going to be a rerun, you're absolutely mistaken. Trust me.
At the very least, it'll be a better game.
1,000% is going to be. I'm not saying. Hey, listen. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout either. I'm saying I'm not going to tell you my prediction because I don't want to influence the guy to my right.
Speaking of predictions, so Dave Clemick yesterday said Eagles 24-21.
Yep.
Nick Earnshaw, my producer, said Cowboys 31-27.
Wow.
Get him off the show.
Hey, by the way, Danny, we figured out why we had some technical difficulties in the beginning of the show. What happened, Grimesy?
Danny, there was a guy walking around with a Micah Parsons shirt on and another guy with a Dak Prescott shirt on. You know, I was like, hey, there's our. I mean, listen, I'm not accusing anybody, but they look suspicious.
The bad voodoo was already in the building. That's what got us off to the bad start. It messed up all our equipment. Now, I have to have some words with Mr. Nick Earnshaw predicting the Cowboys. But, hey, it was like you last week, Billy. You were just being real, and maybe he'll be right.
It pained me to do so, Danny Ryan. It pained me to do so. But I got to keep it real. Right? I was told I have to be objective.
I wouldn't be surprised if you go with Dallas again. Billy and Mark, do you know how many straight games Dallas has won at home? Not just the season, but
14,
how many straight games?
14.
There you go, Billy Schweiner.
On, man. You got to get a ball
you read
in the morning.
You read your news.
Schweiner.
You read your newspaper today. I see. Nice. There we go.
Well,
listen,
14-1 today.
And by the way, I watched the replay, so I recorded the game. I watched it again. The number of missed tackles. Bradbury played horrible. He literally. He did an Olay on one tackle, like the bullfighter, like Olay. These guys got to do a better job tackling. I heard people talking this week about, they don't want to hear about running the ball. There was a sign. Right? There were fans that set up outside of the NovaCare NovaCare.
Yes, 7:30 a.m. I think on Wednesday. Run the ball.
Run the ball. Danny, how many times, Grimesy, how many times have we said and we're gonna have Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News on the other side. We get the keys to the game with Scott Grayson, brought to you by Blitz's Market. But the formula for winning every time Grayson says turnover battle and time of possession, right? Run the ball. How do you keep the other offense? If you got a high-powered offense like the 49ers, how do you keep them off the field? You control the time clock. You control the ball.
1,000%.
How do you do that? You run the ball. It's not that hard. It's not that complex.
Well, did you hear what Nick Sirianni had to say about the fans that were outside the stadium?
Yeah, he said he bought them coffee.
Yeah, he bought them coffee, and he said, you know what? Maybe I do have to run the ball. I'm going to take that into consideration. So,
Danny, you asked me a question. Let me ask you a question. You know what the run-pass ratio was last week for the Eagles?
no, I do not. Hit me with it.
They threw the ball 48 times, Gramsci. You know how many times they ran the ball?
I know they ran it because Josh was on this all week. They ran it 9 times with a guy not named Jalen Hurts.
That's right. 18 total runs.
Wow.
And 7 of them were by Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
That's not a formula for victory.
No, it's not. But let me ask you guys this question. And I might have missed you guys answering this or not. So let's just re-hit it one more time before we hit the break. When the Eagles didn't score those 2 times in the first half, they hit those field goals instead of touchdowns.
Yes, that was huge.
Was that potentially what dictated what we saw later from the offense? The offense got away from the run because they felt the need to keep passing.
I don't know. I mean, at the halftime, Gramsci, I just pointed out it was 14-6. So no, they got away.
13-7, wasn't it?
14-6.
No, 14-6.
Oh, it was okay.
They had 2 field goals.
They had 2 field goals.
Got you.
No, I don't think so, Josh.
I think
they were
so.
still in the, you do?
Well, the problem is they tried the run early. They didn't, do a bunch of running, but they tried it and it really wasn't working.
Swift had 6 carries.
Yeah, and
that's got to change.
It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable for them to just put him in, purgatory and never run him again. But at the same time, like you guys said, after halftime, once the 49ers started to pull away a little bit more, then it was like they had to start taking deep shots. But all the way up to halftime and even a little bit into the second half, they should have been running the ball. It was only, what did you say, 14-6?
Yeah.
14-6.
Come on.
And maybe this has something to do with it. This is what Dan Orlovsky said this week on NFL Live about the issue with the Eagles offense. And Mark and Billy, when you hear this explanation, is this maybe the reason why they didn't run the ball more?
At this point last year, compared to this year, Philadelphia Eagles have 200 yards less running the football before contact than they did at this point last year. It's weird to say, but their offensive line is not dominating, indenting the line of scrimmage like they were.
Yeah, you're talking about the number one, supposedly the best offensive line guys in the league. You just heard Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah.
So if the offensive line's not doing their job, so then is it really a running the ball issue with the balance, or is it an offensive line issue?
Maybe because they're not focusing on running the ball. Who knows what they're doing in practice?
The crazy thing is you can say that stat till the cows come home, but DeAndre Swift is still top 5 in rushing yards in the league, which is the just unbelievable thing.
Well, maybe that's just that talented.
Well, we're going to get
maybe.
Can I just use one word? I hate to say, we're mid-season. We were 10-1. And I think we're in cruise control. We're trying to preserve injuries right this second. We're trying not to get hurt. So we'll see if that changes tonight. But that's my opinion.
All right. Well, on the other side, we'll speak with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227.
This season, Caesars Sportsbook is offering more ways to bet than ever before with more props, better same-game parlays, and play-by-play betting, all of which are available on the kiosks at Tropicana Atlantic City, making it the best place to bet and watch all season long for the football season.
Hey, I want to tell you about Stan Insurance Group. SIG Protection. Are the what-ifs keeping you up at night? Life is full of surprises, but with Stan Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard. Whether it's protecting your home, automobile, or business, Stan will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com to get a free quote today. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Mark Grimes and Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan back at the studio right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 14, and the Eagles head to Dallas against their NFC East rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, on Sunday Night Football.
Prescott back again. It is caught, but he's tackled. Tackled to C.D. Lamb, and the game is over. The Eagles win.
Eagles radio network coverage begins at 7 p.m. Merrill and Mike call all the action starting at 8:20. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
GMS Law. Make the right call with 4 convenient locations to serve you. Boardwalk Honda. Shop our lineup of new pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas online at boardwalkhonda.com. The Fan Zone at Sun Valley Pools. Unique fan gear and gifts for every fan of every team. 8 Regional Health System. Your healthcare partner for a healthier life in Cape May County. Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. And South Jersey Gas.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Train presents The Unstoppables, those captains of those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan, again. Call Lenigan, again.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Rendezvous Pizza, there's one right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest.
I recognize you. Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest. Come on.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
I hate free money and finishing first. Said no one ever. At Raceway Kia on Rich Pike, you'll finish first during the Kia season of giving back, because we're giving back with 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 90 days. And right now, you can buy a bold 2023 Kia Forte LXS for under $20,000. Stop by Raceway Kia today or visit online at racewaykia.com. Approved credit with Kia Net excludes tax, title, license, and fees. See dealer for details. Offer ends 1/2/24.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for Week 14 in the NFL. Billy Schweim, my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan back in the studio. Get you ready for Eagles Cowboys, and the crack, Grimes. The Eagles haven't won there since 2017, so it's not going to be easy.
Not going to be easy. I'm going to give you. When I was at the Dallas game in Philly with my wife and my daughters for that game, the one player, I'm actually shocked that we actually won that game. Right. C.D. Lamb ate us for lunch.
Yeah.
The whole game, not just one
It's
play.
not just him. And we're going to get to this.
But I'm just saying, if we don't cover that guy tonight, we got problems.
He had 11 receptions for 191 yards. I mean, talk about going nuclear.
Every Sunday, we get the keys to the game with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, sponsored by Blitz's Market, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers. They have vegetarian options as well. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets, 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Go down there and say hello to Dave and Joe Newman. Let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room the Fox 29 News sports anchor, Scott Grayson. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Billy. How's everyone doing today?
Well, we're doing okay. We're getting pumped up for the game, but it's not going to be easy tonight, Scott.
No, it's not going to be easy tonight. And we're all just dying, I think, to turn the page on last week. But look, here's the one thing I'll say: you will see a different Eagles team on the field tonight, and you will literally, you will see a different Eagles team on the field. Dallas Goedert, Dak Cunningham being back, Shaq Leonard likely going to play. Who knows how many snaps, but he's going to be out there. He's been cramming on that playbook all week. They needed help there. And I'll tell you right now, I thought Mark brought up a great point. CD Lamb is the one guy on that team that scares me. Frankly, there's nobody else. Don't give me Dak. I'm not a Dak fan. I've never been a Dak fan. He's putting up great numbers against some minimal competition, and CD Lamb is the guy that's making him look good, in my opinion. And so CD Lamb is the one guy that I think you really need to try to, don't let him do that. I mean, he can have 100 yards, 191. Like, come on now. Let's keep this a little more under control. And I think that's what this Eagles team, I'm curious to see how they're going to go out there and try to do that. And on the flip side, I mean, having Dallas Goedert back is a big deal. It is a big deal. It makes your offense that much more dynamic. And I'm curious to see what they do with that today, too.
Well, maybe last week they flushed the demons out. All that, the 4 weeks that build up of underachieving football, I guess, or not satisfying wins. They escaped with a win, but a win's a win. We went all through that. No, I was style points tonight. I want a nice Eagles victory against a team that has won 14 in a row, Scott Grayson.
They've won 14 in a row at home. The Eagles, as you said, hadn't beat them there since 2017. But you know what, Billy? All streaks are meant to be broken at some point, right? I mean, and I look at this. If I were Dallas, I would have preferred the Eagles beat the Niners last week because I think the Eagles come into this game extremely focused. They know what they have to do. And listen, their path to a division title is so different win or lose today, right? You win today, you essentially put the division title in your back pocket and you're focusing on the 1 seed. You lose today, you better forget about the 1 seed for now and just focus on winning this division, or else you're looking at a 5 seed. So to me, I don't know how this team doesn't come out here and the anger, the frustration over what they left on the field on Sunday, coupled with all the stuff I just mentioned. To me, this has to be a game you show up for 4 quarters.
Hey Scott, how much did this come into play when the Eagles played 3 games, solid teams in 13 days, and then the 49ers were off for 14 days? How much do you think that came into play last week?
I'll give credit to the Eagles in that none of them are really using that as an excuse, but I think we saw it. I mean, the Eagles looked flatter. They looked less energized or enthused. The Niners had everything. They had all the energy in the world out there, and they were strutting it. And they, look, they earned that win. They did. And I also wonder, too, some in a little bit of the back of my mind, and maybe the missed tackles are part of that, Mark, right? I mean, we hadn't seen the Eagles tackle that poorly
it's horrible.
all season long. I mean, that was awful. So I wonder, and I think it did play a role. And we know that is also part of the formula going into this game in that, the Cowboys have been off since last Thursday. So they had a little bit of extra time to gear up for this. But I think I don't expect that to be as much of a factor in this game. And I think the Eagles, given what's on the line here today, is going to be more than enough to keep that adrenaline and that motivation going throughout the game.
Every Sunday, we get the keys to the game with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson, sponsored by Blitz's Market. Guys, if you were to, in the beginning of the season, when you looked at the schedule and you said Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, 49ers, Cowboys, Seahawks, everybody was going, oh, if we get through this at 2, or you know what I mean. They've beaten Kansas City, Buffalo, or Cowboys, Chiefs, Buffalo. They're in a tough part of their schedule. So I think.
So why are you so negative?
Because it's the way they win. Scott, you saw the fans outside the NovaCare run the ball. We were talking about the dichotomy between run and pass last week. 48 passes, 18 runs. Every week you give me the keys to the game. You say you got to have a balanced attack. Don't turn the ball over. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, and I also said you want to dominate the time of possession, right? You want to keep the Niners off the field. They did that in the first quarter. The problem is they only got 6 points out of it. And you ask yourself, how much of a different sideline is that Niners sideline if you got 2 touchdowns there? If it's 14-0, you bought yourself even a little bit more of a cushion going through the rest of that game, and that didn't happen. So you have all of that kind of going into it, where the red zone now gets to be one of the keys for me. When you get down there, man, you can't afford to just settle for a Jake Elliott field goal. That's not going to work to win some of these games against better teams. So, you mentioned the 5-game stretch, the gauntlet they're going through here, and we're getting near the back end of it. I said 3-2 I'd be satisfied with 3-2. I would like 4-1. I think 4-1 really sets them up well. And it was a matter of, well, which game or games are they losing? In hindsight, you'd rather beat the Niners and the Cowboys and lost to, say, the Bills and the Chiefs. But every win really helps stack what they need to kind of get to where they want. And so it's not nothing to have won those games. In fact, they were obviously, the way they won them was very, very critical in showing this team can win in so many different ways. But I think, Billy, we're looking at a team right now that this is a defining game for me. We're in December. This is where you really got to show and start. No, you don't want to be playing your best football in September or October. But as you get into December, and Andy Reid's teams usually did this pretty well, you want to be starting to build towards playing your best football right around now. And today would be a great day to come out and really make a statement on national television and carry that through the rest of the way.
Scott, a couple things I wanted to ask you about. One, you mentioned about just there Andy Reid, and it made me think, we asked the question before you came on. Do you think Nick Sirianni has not had enough of a hands-on with these young coaches who are both in their first year as coordinators?
I think that's a great question. And Nick isn't going to, and he'll tell you he's not going to spend much time on the defensive side of the ball other than to help Sean Desai if he's trying to figure out, well, what would an offensive coach do here if I did this, right? That's what Nick will do with some of that. But I wonder, and I wonder if he'll play more of a role in some of the game planning with how they attack the Cowboys today. I mean, Billy mentioned the run the ball thing, and I've been sitting here saying, I don't understand. The Eagles only averaged about 2 yards per carry last week, but over a small sample, if you're not getting any success, you're not going to, the idea behind running the ball, and the teams that do it well, you're only going to get a few yards every now and then, especially early on. The idea is you wear them down, you break them down, and ultimately you get that 20, 30, 40-yard run that starts kicking up that average, right? But that's how you break the backs of an opponent. That's how you steal their will to win. And when you have an offensive line as good as this one is, with the talent that's here, a Hall of Famer at center, a likely Hall of Famer at right tackle, God knows what Jordan Mailata is going to turn into as he continues to learn this game. But how are you not letting these guys shoot off the ball with all their skill and weight and their, knowing where the run is going to go and do their thing? It really puzzles my mind. And so to your question, Josh, I wonder if we're going to see a little bit more of Nick Sirianni's fingerprints on the game plan a little bit tonight. And it'll be curious to watch. We won't know for sure if we are, but frankly, I think Brian Johnson could use a little bit of that help.
And that's kind of where I want to go with you, because you mentioned how Sirianni's not very involved in the defense, but obviously defense was a huge problem last week. I mean, Nicholas Morrow himself allowed 151 yards after the catch, for goodness sake. So what do you think getting Leonard and Cunningham will do tonight, and how will that be different than last week?
Well, before he got hurt, Cunningham was playing really well. I've really enjoyed watching Cunningham the way he's played lately before that injury. And I think they really did miss him last week. So I think him being there is just going to help. Look, it's going to help in the run game as well. Without him there, look what the Niners did on the ground too. I mean, McCaffrey was getting 5-6 yards a carry. They were dealing with second and short a lot.
Yeah.
You can't do that and expect to win. So I think Cunningham's going to help there a lot. AJ Brown talked about Leonard when I was in that locker room on Wednesday, and one thing he said about Leonard was you always knew where he was. He hits. He punches the ball out a lot. Like he will force some turnovers. And so that's where I'm looking to see what Leonard's impact will be. And we're going to find out quickly, how healthy he is. Because you ask yourself, look, the Colts were in a bit of a playoff run themselves here trying to get into the postseason. Why would you let a guy like that go?
Yeah, right.
So you're going to find out tonight, I think, when we see Leonard out there. If we see him out there for only a few snaps, that'll tell you something. If we see him out there for a lot of snaps, that might tell you a little something else about what may have gone down in Indianapolis. But Cunningham, to me, is the more consistent one I'm looking to have back tonight. Leonard is your bonus. You kind of go, all right, let's see what this guy gives us, because the Cowboys don't know what the Eagles are going to be with him out there as well. So that's a little bit of something in your favor if you can make it work.
All right, every week we get the keys to the game with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, sponsored by Blitz's Market. Go ahead, Scott. Give us the 3 keys to the game, and we'll get your prediction after that.
Yeah, I'm starting on defense today with key number 1. To me, I always feel the best way to beat Dak is you want to pressure him and you want to hit him. And if you're doing those 2 things, you can make him make some mistakes. He'll turn that ball over. And so today, set the tone with your defensive line. Get after him. I want to see Hassan Reddick back there harassing Dak. And hit him. If you don't get to him before he throws the ball, at least get close enough that you're getting those hits on him, because he starts to feel them. Number 2, I'm not saying it has to be a balanced attack, but you cannot have, an 80-20 performance today, passing to running. You got to I want DeAndre Swift to get his touches tonight. And again, I'm fine with a short pass counting as a run. Okay. If that's what it's got to be. But I want to see DeAndre Swift get a little bit going. I want to see that offensive line win their battle up front. Okay. And then the third thing is the turnovers. The Eagles have dug themselves holes with them. And I say it every week, don't lose the turnover battle tonight. I think if they don't lose the turnover battle, they're getting pressure on Dak and they're able to run the ball, then they're going to win the game tonight. That's the bottom line.
And by the way, the turnover ratio for the Eagles, they're a -2. The Cowboys are a +8. And that's how the Eagles were last year. Remember last year, the Eagles had a great turnover ratio.
Yeah, and now keep this in mind too. And everybody wants to get into schedules and when you play teams, all that stuff. Listen, the Cowboys have they're starting their gauntlet now with the Eagles. Right. They have a rough road ahead. The Eagles are the ones who've kind of been through it. They're getting to the back end here. They've been more tested. The Cowboys have had some easier opponents. It's easy to beef up some of those stats. It's going to be fun to watch tonight. I think it is going to be a very close game, and I know you want the prediction. I think we're going to see some points tonight. Unfortunately, I wish the defense would do a little better, but I think we're going to see an Eagles 30. I'll go Eagles 30, Cowboys 27.
30-27 Eagles.
Yeah.
All right, Scott Grayson.
I like it.
I
like it.
As always, we appreciate it.
I don't see them losing 2 in a row. They're not losing 2 in a row.
As always, Scott, we appreciate you, man, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay dry, and let's go Birds.
You got it. You guys take care. Have a good one.
There he is.
Thanks, Scott.
Keys to the game with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News is sponsored by Blitz's Market, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets, 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Go down and say hello to Dave and Joe Newman.
Experience the best of the NFL season at Caesars Sportsbook inside Tropicana Atlantic City. Bring your friends, grab a beer, and cheer on your favorite team. Now's the time to make a game plan and reserve your seats. It's already NFL Week 14. Get in on the ultimate game day experience. It's right here at Caesars Sportsbook at Tropicana Atlantic City. Learn more at Caesars.com/AC.
Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan back in the studio as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Oh, baby, and Bean rocks the rim, throws it down. Wizards were ducking for cover.
The Sixers host the Wizards tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Hey, it's number 59, Seth joining Birds Football. Best time of the year. Bet Parks is the official casino and sportsbook app I recommend. Join me and download the Bet Parks app right now. When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moment. The anticipation of another face card, the thrill of an extra spin, and the joy of a jackpot. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun. You love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 in Indiana, New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland. Gambling problem. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Joe Conklin from Conklin's Comedy Night at Parks Casino, and I'm psyched to cheer on the Philadelphia 76ers this season with Parks, the official local casino partner of the 76ers. Parks Casino is number one with the hottest live tables and slots, great dining and bars, and the best live entertainment in the region. Need a fun and exciting game day destination? Get into Parks to watch your favorite teams at the Liberty Bell Gastropub or the Beer Garden. Visit parkscasino.com. This is how you win. This is how you win. You want to roll for gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Elevate your game day or holiday gathering to legendary status. Don't let hunger sideline the fun. Whether you're at home or at the office, fuel up with delicious food from Goodfellas, New York Italian Deli in Glassboro. Your ultimate game changer for scrumptious eats. From sizzling wings to gourmet sliders, specialty sandwiches to fresh salads. We've got a winning lineup that'll keep your crew fueled and focused on the action. Order online at GoodfellasNewYorkItalianDeli.com or call 856-442-0202. Goodfellas in Glassboro, where every bite is a victory.
Now, more of the Locker Room with Billy 3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for Week 14.
Can we shout out Danny for pulling up the Sunday Night Football music?
Yeah, I love that. Good
Love
pull. Good
One
pull.
in Rome, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Grimes, well,
Yes.
you're my agent at the beach.
Yep.
You've been a great supporter of the show. We want to thank you because without guys like you, businesses like you around the South Jersey area, I wouldn't be on the air.
I appreciate it.
And I want to thank you so much for that.
Well, I appreciate it.
We
We
really
appreciate you.
we appreciate you.
You guys do a great job.
Josh, talk me, convince me. I'm not positive. Why not?
Wait, Josh, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why am I not?
His last week, his middle name was Skeptic.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to change it to Pessimistic.
I'm pessimistic. I like that.
Billy Peachwine.
Yes.
Grimes, I like aesthetically pleasing things.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're still a child at heart. So, you haven't fully grown up to a certain extent when it comes to your sports teams. And the problem is that Billy, you look at for example, this was a boxing match, right?
Right.
You would hate Bernard Hopkins. You tell the executioner he isn't winning by knockouts. He's doing too many body shots. You don't like it when the Eagles.
So you're saying the boxing match goes 15 rounds and they're counting punches.
Billy wants a knockout match.
Well, yeah. Can I get, Josh, you were away when I made this analogy. I'm going to make one more analogy. All right. One was, I think I'm not a lot like, but in reference to scoring, when the Ravens won the Super Bowl, all those games were 10-6, 9-7. I mean, they won by 3 points every game. The 49ers, when they won, they had that great run. Every year they seemed like they were 12-4, 12-4.
Yep.
Did you go nuts every time they lost a game? I mean, I know you weren't a 49ers fan.
I'm not a 49ers fan.
But when Joe Montana was the quarterback and they had 4 losses, were you jumping off the bridge?
Yeah, when Joe Montana was struggling in the regular season in 1988.
Was he horrible?
And then the 49er fans were calling for Steve Young.
Was he
to
horrible?
come in.
Yeah, come on. So
let me answer that. Let me answer that
Go ahead.
question.
All I'm telling our fans,
Answer the question.
Let me answer that question. I was told I'd have a second
You don't
chance.
know the answer.
I was told I'd have a second chance. Hey, I just got a text message from Chief Greg Berube.
Uh-oh.
You
better censor it.
I can't read that on the air.
Let me see. What do you say?
You can't handle the truth.
Hey.
I can't read that.
I'll just let the audience know that Berube thinks that Billy is ridiculous and the linebackers stink.
Well, that's nothing new.
So he owes me a steak dinner because
I love the fact that he's listening.
He's listening to the show.
Chief.
He's in St. Louis. All right, hour 1 is in the books. Hour 2, we'll continue our Eagles talk, get you prepared for Sunday Night Football, Eagles Cowboys. We got the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley on the other end, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant.
How's your fantasy football team doing,
I'm
Billy?
doing really well, man. I got 5 in a row.
Nice. Guess what? Playoffs start next week.
See you on the other side.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 14, and the Eagles head to Dallas against their NFC East rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, on Sunday Night Football.
Prescott back again. It is caught, but he's tackled. Tackled as C.D. Lamb, and the game is over. The Eagles win.
Eagles Radio Network coverage begins at 7 p.m. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 8:20. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
Jenkins Plumbing and Heating at jenkinsandsons.com. Piccalilli Inn. Nobody beats the Piccalilli, Route 206 in Chemung. Frank Vincent Windows, Roofing, Siding, and Doors make your home look new again. BMW of Atlantic City. Shop our complete inventory online at bmwatlanticcity.com. Ocean Casino. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. And First Bank of Sea Isle.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
You're feeling pretty good. You just switched to Verizon 5G home internet. It's Verizon. Safe choice, right?
Exactly.
Maybe you won't mind waiting for everyone to log off so your network signal isn't congested.
Oh, I love practicing patience.
Maybe when your kids can't video chat grandma, they'll start writing her letters instead.
Kim would love that.
It'll be great. And maybe the kids won't notice when you cut down their treehouse to get a better signal.
Wait, trees block the 5G signal?
Yep. It's time for better internet. Fast, reliable internet. Switch to Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com/Verizon 5G Facts. Now through March 20th, get internet on the Xfinity 10G network for just $25 a month for 12 months. You can save $480 over Verizon 5G Home Internet Plus in your first year. Go to xfinity.com/Verizon 5G Facts. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Compares Xfinity Connect More 200 megabits per second to Verizon 5G Home Plus plan regular rate.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
I hate free money and finishing first. Said no one ever.
At Raceway Kia on Rich Pike, you'll finish first during the Kia season of giving back, because we're giving back with 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 90 days. And right now, you can buy a bold 2023 Kia Forte LXS for under $20,000. Stop by Raceway Kia today or visit online at racewaykia.com. Approved credit with PNF excludes tax, title, license, and fees. See dealer for details. Offer ends 1/2/24.
Dell's Cyber Monday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is 97.3 ESPN, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for Week 14 in the NFL. Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, my special guest, my agent at the beach, is with us today. And, of course, Josh Hennig, producing on site. Danny Ryan back at the studio. And I'll tell you, Mark, this has been a fabulous Sunday, every Sunday throughout the football season.
Great.
Places, I know you go to the games,
incredible.
but Josh and I, Mike Carlin, we're here. The enthusiasm, like you get jerseys, you get half the league is represented here.
It's unbelievable.
And it's packed every Sunday. It's a lot of fun. Now, you're probably get a late crowd today because the Eagles are a nighttime game. But we had technical difficulties at the beginning of the show. It's because
Where'd those guys go? Where'd those
Cowboys
guys
fans
go?
walked right by and knocked our the static electricity off.
I'm eyeing that guy up.
Hey.
I'm eyeing that. You stay away from our table.
All right, right now we're going to welcome in to the locker room the beverage manager here at the Caesars Sportsbook. Victoria is with us. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning.
We always love seeing you on Sundays. We know that we're getting ready for football. It's been a lot of fun. You guys roll out the red carpet for us, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now you came over here a few minutes ago with a bevy of drinks.
Yeah,
these drinks are phenomenal.
The holidays get into the spirits.
Tell us about the drinks that you brought.
Talk to us about these. Not one, not two, but three different drinks you brought.
So I brought you my three favorite from the holidays pop-up bar at Tango's. I think by far my favorite is the naughtier spice margarita, because who doesn't love a spicy margarita? Yep. But it goes away. There's something special about this one.
When I first took my first drink, sip or whatever, it hit you. It overwhelmed you, right? Whoa! But then Victoria said it goes away, and it did. I'll be going away if I keep drinking.
Uber.
And then Buddy's best cup of coffee. So I kind of took a little movie reference from all of them and tried to play it together, tie it in. Holidays pop-up bar at Tango's.
My family's favorite
open
movie.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Always a good time.
Now,
in there.
what drink is this again?
That is the naughtier spice.
All right, and it's got the sugar on it.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, that's
so
good.
I like the sugar instead of a salt.
Yes.
Sweet. Like you, Victoria.
Aww.
How you like that?
You're going to make me blush.
Hey,
I
listen,
think most people can't see me.
Victoria, I'm going to take the drinks with me.
Line me
He's
up,
going to get in
Grimes.
trouble. He's gonna get himself in trouble.
I will say that the Buddy's best cup of coffee is really cool because it's a nice balance between a drink but still having like that coffee-esque flavor. So maybe if you're nursing a hangover the next morning, you tap into that, and it's a good way to get your day started.
Yeah, never thought about it that way.
Victoria, I got to tell you, when I walk in every Sunday, as we get closer to the holidays, the big tree, the points, that's so beautiful, that poinsettia tree. But you have all the decorations up. I love Christmas time.
Oh my
Isn't
God,
it the
yes.
best? The kids
It
love
is.
it.
It's the best time of year.
But you guys have really done it. This place looks fat.
I feel like every week there's something new that I see, and I'm here
every day.
every day, and
All the
every
time.
day there's something new and sparkly to look at. It's
Well,
great.
let's not forget the third drink that you
Oh,
brought over.
speaking of sparkles, yes. So the third drink.
Who's counting?
I am.
Somebody's got to keep everybody in check here.
over there, Grimes?
I'm trying to get through the show.
So the third
one,
drink
yeah.
there is the North Pole Sangria. So it's more of a traditional sangria, but not too sweet on this one. And then there's a special sparkly surprise.
Wow.
You better stick around because if I drink this,
Oh,
somebody
my
got
goodness.
to host the show.
Oh, you're telling me the last time I had to take care of you, it didn't wasn't enough?
That wasn't good.
Uh-oh.
We don't want to replay
Victoria, he might change his pick. You keep feeding these
Yeah.
drinks.
So do you want me to feed you? What do you want me to do here?
Well, Victoria, we really appreciate you. And we want to thank you so much. Is there any special events going on? That
Well,
we should
first
know
of all,
about?
we need to ask you. So
Yeah.
let people know where exactly Tango's is on the
So
property.
Tango's is right off the quarter, right before you get to the casino floor. It's going to
Okay.
be right at that fountain in the middle of the floor.
Gotcha.
So if you walk from the quarter to the casino floor, you have to pass it.
Got it. That way, people know exactly where they can go to get these
Yep,
drinks.
absolutely. So they're open Thursday nights from 5 to 10. Fridays and Saturdays, we have DJs. Next Friday is going to be our ugly sweater party.
Oh, I gotta
We're
go. I
also
gotta
going to
go.
do a Christmas pajama party on the 23rd. Who doesn't love wearing pajamas to a casino? I mean,
People wear.
I'm definitely going to be participating in that party for
Wow.
sure.
We need
Uh,
pictures. We need evidence.
This
Yeah,
is a
all
fun
right.
place to hang out.
I mean, look, people got their heads in their picks and everything. Everybody's looking, getting ready for the day. It's a lot of
Yes.
exciting, man.
Yes.
This is a great venue. We love it.
Yes.
I'm glad
Thank-
you guys are here.
Thank you,
Victoria.
Victoria.
Thank you.
All right, there she is, Victoria. We're gonna work on these drinks. Hey, let's real quick. I want to talk real quick about last night. No, I know you're not a big hockey guy, Grimes. Josh is,
Okay.
and we got to. It has to go. It has to be said.
Well, I am the sports geek, so I mean,
Yeah, you
it,
are.
it'd be
He's
pretty
a- he's
pathetic if I didn't watch the hockey game last night.
Italian sports geek.
Italian sports. But I got to tell you, the Philadelphia Flyers. Grimes, I want to get your thoughts on this.
Yep.
The Philadelphia Flyers are what? 15, 10, and 2 now.
They won 4 straight
They
games.
won 4 straight games, and they won against a hot Arizona team on the road. They went to Colorado last night and beat the Avs.
Playing
They
good.
go Tuesday night to Nashville.
Yep.
This team doesn't have one superstar. It has a collection of guys that are gritty. They're young. They
Not
got
Brady the mascot.
not gritty. Yeah, right. No pun intended. But Crunchy, it's a team.
Yes.
Right. There's no prima donnas.
Teams right now,
They all
listen.
have to work hard. They all have to be
Yes.
rowing.
Yes.
Let's use a beach patrol. They all row with the pull the oars in
Here
the
we
same
go.
unison. Right. It's fun to watch because you don't expect the team to win.
Yep.
And they do. Isn't
Yep.
that? I like that.
Yep.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got guys like Berube playing there.
No, but seriously, I think that the thing with the Flyers is that you probably have a general manager who's building the roster for the coach.
Yes.
One of the problems with Chuck Fletcher was he kept building a roster, but it wasn't for Tortorella.
Right.
It was for somebody else who wasn't here.
Yep.
And the Flyers were so rudderless.
Don't forget Keith Jones. I think he has a lot to do with it too.
Well, I was going to get to him, but give me a minute here.
Okay.
And I'm building here. I'm progressing. Okay. I'm
What
laying
kind of,
the groundwork.
Hey, Danny, back in the studio. What kind of team is this? What are they?
They do.
Not pucks.
But the first, let's get to Tortorella. You built a roster that reflects what he wants.
Right.
Kind of hockey he wants to play. Don't forget, this guy has gotten to the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay, this is not some run-of-the-mill whatever coach. This is a coach who has a legitimate resume. He says, look, we need more speed. We need more grinders. We need a certain style of play. Because guess what? This Flyers team is so much faster this year.
Yeah, they are.
Than they were last year.
They forecheck well. They back check well. They're using their body. And hell, this guy halfway, he's a fight. He mixes it up. He's not afraid.
Well, he was the guy on the Capitals nobody liked.
Right.
Because he was on the other team. When he's on your team, you love him. When
He's
he's on
like,
the other
yeah.
team, you hate him.
Like Stevens.
So then we'll get to Keith Jones. Keith Jones has finally cleaned up the malaise between the hockey operations and the business operations. There was this massive disconnect where the Flyers were asking their fans to show up, Billy.
Yeah.
You bring your daughter to a game,
Yeah.
you want to see the Flyers play a certain way.
Right.
Maybe not a specific way, but a certain general way. And what happened? In the last couple of years, they were not giving you a quality product.
No.
So Keith Jones is, he is the now guy that is the buffer between the business and the hockey.
Yep.
And he can say, look, we got to put a certain hockey team on the ice if we're going to ask our fans to show up and spend X number of dollars on these tickets. Because as ticket prices keep going up, the price of concessions, the price of parking, it's all exorbitant.
And
Okay?
you know why? It's because a guy like Ohtani just signed a 10-year contract.
We're going on that next. I want to bring up one more name on the Flyers.
Yeah.
A guy behind the scenes that never wants his face out there, but is a power broker in South Jersey, Philly, blah, 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 right? Dan Hilferty.
Dan Hilferty
is the real deal. He's the real deal.
He just cares.
He not only cares, he cares about Philly. Listen, that guy, when he gets hired for a position, whether it's running Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, now he's running the guy's a winner.
He's a winner.
He's a winner.
I like the fact that he actually cares about what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't put in a half effort. When he wants something done, if he wants something to be done a certain way, he puts full throttle into it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I can try to diagnose why I'm so pessimistic.
Mm-hmm.
What would you rather have? What do you enjoy more? What do you think is more satisfying? A team that overachieves or aren't expected to win, or that surprises you, like the Phillies 2 years ago.
Yep.
2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just barely got into the playoffs. They make that run.
Yep.
All right. That was euphoric, right?
Yep.
This Eagles team, we have our expectations are up here, and when they don't win an aesthetically pleasing win, it gets me down. When I have expectations for Jalen Hurts, who had arguably an MVP year last year, not playing to that level for whatever reason, could be the offensive coordinator, whatever. You know what I mean? That's where my frustration lies.
Here's my answer to that. You ready? And this has been inbred in us since we've been kids. Philly fans, and you ask anybody,
right?
We never expect to be on top. Now, so I think we are overachievers, meaning we love it when we come from behind. People dog us. They're like, oh, you guys are the worst people. You guys are
they don't like us.
They don't
we don't
like
care.
us. Yeah, exactly. They hate us.
Yeah, but
we
last year
love that. We don't know what to do. Like the Patriots and Boston and all those teams, we don't know what to do as Philly fans when we're that good.
Yeah, but last year, just look at the season as a microcosm. Last year,
First of all,
we blew people away.
Billy, first of all, Mark's right. Okay, Mark's right on that point. Okay, because there is something to be said for the fact when you're not used to being the man on the top of the mountain.
Yes.
Like you fight so hard to
So
be
is
the
that
man.
why I'm so negative? Because I expect them to be up here and then they're not.
No, wait, you're
just
negative.
You're just negative in life.
You don't appreciate the bag of money. You say it's too heavy.
That's not me.
You're
guys
mad.
don't know
You're mad that it's in 20s instead of 50s.
I don't know. You know who I have, Billy Schwein. You know?
I'm teasing. I was always
No, but back to what Mark was saying. It's the idea that like you guys I'm sure most of people have watched the movie Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
The book is way better.
One of my
by the way.
favorite.
The book is 100 times better. But
Okay. I don't read, so
well, it's called Books on Tape, Mark. You drive. So Audible. Download it sometime. If you want, I'll send you a 14-day trial if you really need it.
At that point, it's a podcast.
But the point is that like in the book, it talks about how Jordan Belfort didn't know what to do when he got to the top.
Yes.
He fought so hard to be the man.
Yep.
And when he became the man, he didn't know how to handle it.
Yes.
So,
I
Billy, to Mark's point, I think there is something about the fact that, if you don't know what it's like to be the man, you're learning on the job.
Right.
And when you're learning on the job, you're like Brian Johnson and you're calling one option plays and then telling Hurts to look to his right.
We're slowly getting ready for Eagles football.
You're slowly getting ready.
Slowly getting ready for Eagles football, but
I'm ready now.
because you guys might have me changing my mind. This drink might help out.
Can we go? Can we talk about the Ohtani contract for just 1 second?
We'll do it next.
We're going up against break.
We'll do it next.
So
coming up on the other side.
I do want to remind people, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store, we've been there plenty of times. The Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection.
Behave.
Best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game tonight? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point.
Don't forget, we are at the Caesars Sportsbook inside Tropicana Atlantic City. It's your ultimate game day experience. It's right here in Atlantic City. Watch and bet on your favorite NFL teams all season long with over 180 seats, VIP booths, massive screens. They are massive, I'll tell you that much. And the Caesars Sportsbook at Tropicana is the place to be. Book your experience now at Caesars.com/AC.
I'm here to tell you about the Stanton Insurance Group, SIG Protection. Are the what-ifs keeping you up at night? Life is full of surprises, but with Stanton Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard. Whether it's protecting your home, automobile, business, Stanton will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com to get a free quote today. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday's show, we're recapping the Eagles and the Cowboys' big battle for first place in the NFC East and the number 1 seed. Mike McGarry, Jeff Bosher has football at 4. Casey Joyner, one thought every game. Sixers weekend. Philly's hot stove ever going to heat up? All that and more. That's all Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
The power's out at our house. Coffee table. But since our family has storm-ready Wi-Fi from Xfinity, we can stream or game in the dark. Oh, who moved the couch? So that's what we're doing right now, in fact, is I try and feel around for a seat. Ah, here we go. Oh, cactus? Can I get a little help over here?
Yeah, bro. Just let me finish this boss battle.
Sure, go ahead. Medic!
Now you can get fast, reliable internet on the Xfinity 10G network and get storm-ready Wi-Fi when you upgrade, so you can stay connected for up to 4 hours, even when the power goes out. Only from Xfinity. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Storm-ready Wi-Fi limited to customers within range of 4G LTE cellular signal. Speeds reduced to 30/7 megabits per second. Actual speeds vary. For more details, visit Xfinity.com/stormready.
I hate free money and finishing first. Said no one ever.
At Raceway Kia on Rich Pike, you'll finish first during the Kia season of giving back because we're giving back with 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 90 days. And right now, you can buy a bold 2023 Kia Forte LXS for under $20,000. Stop by Raceway Kia today or visit online at racewaykia.com. Approved credit with Kia methods, excludes tax, title, license, and fees. See dealer for details. Offer ends 1/2/24.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live. Caesar Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schweim, my agent at the beach, Mark Rhymes, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan produced it back in the studio. And before we go any further, I want to tell Brian Propp is he's having that he's being part of that 2024 Stadium Series hockey trip. Go to phillysports.com, book your tickets, and you go up there with a group of people and you sit with Brian Propp. phillysportstrips.com for the Stadium Series hockey trip. That's February 17th up at MetLife Stadium.
Love it.
That'll be fun.
Sounds like fun to me.
Grimesy.
Yes.
I got outpriced. I can't afford my Eagles tickets.
Yep.
Baseball's next.
Well, that's where I'm headed. You're talking about Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
All right.
10 years, $700 million.
Here's my position. You ready? John Rahm, Shohei Ohtani, they are who they are. They're great athletes, right?
Yes.
What Rahm did, going live, all for it. Go grab the
Grab
money.
the money.
You would do it. I would
Yeah,
do it.
that's
He
right.
would do it, right?
Right.
Now, where I have a problem is when the house of cards collapses and fans stop showing up because they can't afford it no more.
Right.
You did it to yourself.
Right.
You did it to yourself.
Josh, do you remember I said when I first started way back when on another radio station with you, he was my boss. What did I say on the air a couple times? I said pretty soon it's going to be sports. If this continues to go with the way it's going,
right,
you're going to have like a crash like the stock market in 1929 where people are just not going to be able to afford it.
Well, you're already starting to see
You're
it.
starting to see
It's
it
already
now.
happening.
Yeah.
Right. It's already happening.
You know,
And I said this 10 years ago, Brian.
And here's the thing. The ticket prices, for example, are not going up because Otani got $700 million. Because that $700 million is coming out of
TV.
It's coming out of TV
I
money.
understand.
Right.
You know, the problem is that these people are so greedy that they think they can get away with upping and upping and upping. And then when the moment finds out they can't anymore, then they're going to be stuck. They're going to be stuck at the altar looking for a cookie, and there's no cookies left.
Correct.
You know, and you know what? Look at
And then Bryce Harper wants an extension on his contract. If I was Dombrowski, as much as I love Bryce Harper, I'd be very skeptical, pessimistic about doing that. As much as I love Bryce Harper.
Listen, you got to keep the superstar happy.
So, see,
Okay.
on one side of your cheek, he's saying,
No. See, you're mishearing me. You're hearing but not listening. Okay. The money these athletes make comes out of the TV money.
I get it.
Because remember, every time there's a CBA agreement, the collective bargaining agreements, the money set aside for the athletes' salaries comes from the TV money. It doesn't come from your tickets, your parking, your concessions. That money is a completely separate part of the budget. All right. So here's the problem. Look what happened in Baltimore and Atlanta. For those who don't know, Baltimore and Atlanta slashed concession prices by 20%. They made 50% more in the first year, 100% the next year.
Yeah.
Literally, these guys don't realize because they're so hard-headed and they're so greedy that if you literally just give the fans a reason to show up and spend money with you, they will. Because
You
guess
build
what?
it, Grimesy, and they'll come.
Because guess what? Look at a state like New Jersey. New Jersey has the largest capital of sports betting per population in the United States of America.
Right.
There are more people betting on sports betting in New Jersey than Nevada.
Wow.
I believe it.
Every
That's
month.
amazing.
I believe it.
Okay. Why is that? Because people want to spend their money.
Right.
All right. So if the money is there, but people don't show up to fill in the blank game, okay, Well, whose fault is that? It's not the fans' fault. It's their fault.
Right. Hey, by the way, can I give you on the other side of the coin, the analogy for the $700 million? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You give me one player in the history of baseball that played pitcher and outfielder, and you're getting two players in
Babe
one.
Ruth.
No. Well, he pitched.
He did.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You gave me one. as good as Shohei Ohtani? As good as Shohei Ohtani?
No, well,
come on.
Well, he was really good.
This guy's a phenom. Man.
I mean, he was on the Boston Red Sox team that won their last World Series before, they went 100 years winning, basically.
But my point is, you're getting two players in one with this guy. And, ready for this? What kind of dollars is he going to bring in on merchandise? From who?
Well, that's the big thing with the Dodgers.
Right.
So the reason why he signed with the Dodgers wasn't just because of the money.
Right.
It was because he wanted to stay on the West Coast.
1,000%.
Sure. Because guess what? People in Japan then are going to tune
1,000%.
in and watch. That's why Ichiro was in Seattle for all those years.
And what happened when I lost his name, but came to the Knicks? What happened there?
Oh, Jeremy Lin.
Huge following.
Yeah.
Blew up.
Yeah. Listen, you got to know who your market is.
Yes.
You got to know who your customers. Like, Mark, you're not going to, as a realtor, you're not going to.
I'm not going to sell Billy a house.
Well, when you put it that way.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Hey, man. I can't even afford my Eagles to.
But that's the point.
I'm getting squeezed by everybody.
I know
who to solicit.
You know who your clientele is.
Yes.
Or you'd be a bad businessman.
Yes.
You'd be really poor at your job
yes.
if you didn't know your demographics, your population, who your target audience.
And let's talk. I want to throw a little Sixers in here before we get back to the Eagles, because on the other side, we're going to talk fantasy football with the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant. Grimesy, you're a basketball guy.
Yes.
Sixers are in the same kind of situation.
What happened when Oubre came back?
Right. He had 11 points off the bench last night.
The kid's legit.
He's
I'm telling you.
legit.
Yes.
But the Sixers are almost, they get rid of the beard.
Yep.
And they bring in a bunch of guys.
Yep.
It seems like they're playing more like a team.
Yeah. 1,000%.
You get one prima donna that's a cancer, could disrupt the whole chemistry.
Correct.
I think you also got to give Nick Nurse credit, because he has a system.
1,000%.
And a guy like Kelly Oubre excels in that system. I don't think it's a coincidence that some of these guys, like look at Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba was a nobody.
Right.
He comes to Philadelphia all of a sudden,
I love him.
and he's playing at a higher level. Like the game the other night, the Nurse was like, Paul Reed, Robert Covington, go sit on the end of the bench.
Yep.
Suck your thumbs, because Mo Bamba is going to get playing time, you know? And Mo Bamba actually did his job. And I think that, Nick Nurse has a way of playing. He likes to use the wings. He likes to use these athletes.
Yep.
And to me, you just got to keep giving him athletes. Give him more.
So the rumors of Zach Levine.
I'm out on Zach Levine.
No, you don't want Levine. And how about Caruso?
I'd like Caruso.
Caruso's interesting. I don't know if he'd be my number one pick, but I mean, he's better than Levine.
Great defender.
Just because the problem with Levine is he needs the ball in his hands.
Ball
I don't want to take the ball out of Maxey's hands.
Right, 1,000%. Got it.
To me, I would like DeMar DeRozan from the Bulls.
Yeah, but he don't want to come.
What's up?
He's already going on record. He want to come to Philly.
Yeah, he did give a few destinations as to where he wants to go. One's New York. I forget the other one. But I real quick, while we're on the Sixers, I do want to point out the result of the Sixers, the James Harden trade.
Yes.
Guess how many times PJ Tucker has played in the past 5 games?
Has he played?
He hasn't logged a minute in the past 5 games. He hasn't played a game since November 27th.
That's actually shocking. Wow.
He got 6 minutes on the 27th.
I met him at the Phillies game at the playoffs.
Oh, did you?
Oh my God, what a nice guy!
Real great guy.
Oh my God, yeah. I was actually sad to see him.
He has an amazing sneaker collection.
Yes.
You ever see that?
No, I've heard.
Oh, and
he also has some rings too.
Well, he does have a couple rings, but no, his sneaker collection. Apparently, I saw the thing on ESPN. He's got like hundreds and hundreds of sneakers in his collection.
Billy, real quick.
I just want to give a quick shout out. We got a bunch of people watching and listening to us on TV right now at Cheese's Shed. Dr. Rich, Cliff, Michelle, the whole so they're all watching, texting us saying,
"Hi, everybody!"
All right,
we've got a whopping 10 viewers on the StreamYard right now.
See that? We're gonna
pack some in over there.
Well, no,
They're showing up.
I was gonna say that's 10 logins.
That's why we.
That's not the viewer count.
That's why we get the agent at the beach here. He brings a haul. All right, we'll continue here as we always do, as we broadcast live throughout the football season, every Sunday here at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana, this is the place to be. Come on down. These big screen TVs, they're huge. It's like a movie theater.
Billy, they're huge.
Huge. I want to remind people that for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point.
Of course, you mentioned those big screen TVs, Billy. That's where we are, the Caesars Sportsbook inside Tropicana Atlantic City, where you can experience the best of the NFL season right here at the best place to do it in Atlantic City. Look, you can stop by the pop-up Tango Bar outside the quarter and then work your way over to watch all the NFL games each and every Sunday. So bring your friends, grab some drinks, and cheer on your favorite teams. Now's the time to make a game plan. Reserve your seats and learn more at Caesars.com/AC.
I'm here to tell you about La Scala's Beach House.
Yes.
Grimesy, don't even read I'll tell you what, just go off the cuff.
Yeah, go off the cuff.
I'm not gonna show you to read. Tell me about La Scala's.
Listen, Rob LaScala, I went to high school with Rob. He's got over probably 25 restaurants now. The guy does everything first class. Food. He does everything. Like, I know that one appetizer he has, the honey ricotta.
It's almost like a dessert.
Yeah, we're actually, but we're having the Grimes Christmas party at La Scala's. You're invited.
I can't buy a house, but I'll come to the Christmas party.
We're having the Grimes family Christmas party at La Scala's Fire in Cherry Hill at the Promenade.
Okay, I'm coming to that. And I'm telling you, listen, you've been there. We did the live remote.
Yeah.
The food is phenomenal.
Yes.
The atmosphere is great. They got big screen TVs. Got that wraparound bar. There's not a bad seat in the house.
Listen, if nothing can be finer than talking sports with a Schweiner, then the second best thing is nothing can be finer than having a meal at La Scala.
Absolutely. And try their famous pizza, their daily specials, their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Wednesday through Sunday. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Hey, every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9 p.m. One free signature pizza per table for free. Drinks specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peroni, $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll hear from the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Football Sunday on ESPN Radio. Stafford has it, shoots it right side. Love that. Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams have won 3 straight and find themselves right in the middle of the race for the postseason. They head east to Baltimore to face Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, who are tied for the top spot in the AFC.
You can't worry about being a number 1 seed. You know, it's the NFL. Anything can happen.
Coverage begins at noon Eastern with kickoff at 1.
It's NFL Sunday on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnj.com.
There we go.
Please don't forget to ask for a military and senior discount.
I didn't become the man I am. Get away with everything.
Right. But see, here's the thing.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County, Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Oh, baby, it's Sixers basketball. This is Tom McGinnis, radio voice of the Philadelphia 76ers, and you can listen to all the exciting Sixers basketball action right here on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Brought to you by Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic Pre-Owned Center on the Black Horse Pike in Pleasantville.
Now hard on the drive, back to Joel. Three-point shot, and B dribbles, fires from out front. It's good. He made it. The Sixers take the lead. Sixers basketball all season long on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Now, more of the Locker Room with Billy.
97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here in Atlantic City for Week 14 in the NFL. Eagles, Cowboys tonight, Sunday Night Football. And right now we're going to talk a little fantasy football. Grimes, you see what that says? Look at the standings. You see what that says? Winner of 4 in a row.
I love it.
Josh told me 4 weeks ago, he said, Bill, if you lose one more game, you're out of the playoffs. And like a MVP of the league, when it's crunch time, I got ice water running through my veins.
Is that what it is?
Let's go to let's talk to our fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. We do every week. He's brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point, serving lunch, dinner, and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com. Call for takeout 609-927-FOOD, 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the Shore since 44. That's Charlie's Bar. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in to the locker room my fantasy football guru and yours, Brian Hartley. Good morning, Guru. Wow. Wow. So, and I noticed they say you're 9-4 on the season, and you got your points are 1,354, which is like 100 points ahead of everybody else.
That's why they call him the guru.
That's why we have you, Brian.
That's why they call him the guru.
You know how I got Brian? How I got Brian on there? Okay. I work in the parking lot of Playland in the summer, right? Yep. Over the years, the guru said he won the fantasy football league, won the fantasy football league, right? He's a winner. He wins. He's a winner. He's a winner. He could take over Howie Roseman's job.
Listen. Any guy that can be at a water park, call from the water park, that was impressive. That was impressive. That's all right.
So after we got done talking to him last week, he got out of the conga line.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was listening. I was
All right,
impressed.
guys, let's get it back to fantasy football. So the majority of the listeners don't care about that.
He is the fantasy football guru, after all, not the Ocean City and Dominican Republic guru.
Exactly.
All right, Brian. I've got 4 wins in a row. I won my last 4 games, but I'm not in the playoffs yet, right?
You are not. You have an 84% chance. So I'm 100%, not to flex, but I already clinched my spot.
That's because you made a trade with me.
No. I turned my season around, but continue, Billy. Continue.
Well, as of right now, okay, it's Billy. You're in the postseason started today.
Yes,
you're in because right now Clemex's in last place and Andrew Lees is in second to last place.
Yeah, so Andrew would have to beat me. You'd have to lose Billy, essentially, to miss out. And some other circumstances would have to happen as well to miss out in the playoffs.
And Danny has too much professional pride to let lose just to help somebody else.
Oh, that's not happening. I plan to put up 190 today, just like I did last week. So
190.
I did it last week. I put up 199.
Wow, that's a lot. All right, that's why we have that. So that's why I went on a 4-game run, because the Guru's helping me out with his weekly.
Yeah, you went on a 4-game run, but you actually are among the worst in the league at scoring.
He's always got to
talk
about pessimism. Right there.
Be nice.
I'm a realist.
All right, we got to reel it in. Be nice to Josh. He sets your lineup every week.
No, Brian Hartley does. All right, Guru. The end of the year, it's coming down. This is the last regular season for most fantasy football.
For fantasy
leagues.
football, yes.
Brian.
Oh, he's back. He's back in the Congo line. Listen.
I got to say he has been outscored by about 30 points this year. So.
I'm looking at the board here. I'm looking at the board here. Vegas is betting against him. He's out of the playoffs.
I think Billy's in. Now, who are you playing this week, Billy?
Who do I have? I don't know. I gotta look it up.
I'll get on it. I'll get on it.
Guru.
Brian, really quick. Let's ask you some serious fantasy football questions real quick. First of all, a game like today with the Jags and the Browns, okay, how comfortable are you playing those guys considering that Trevor Lawrence is banged up and, well, it's Joe Flacco.
He will start. It's saying it right there.
Oh, no, he's starting, but he's got a high ankle sprain.
Right.
So, Brian, how do you feel about the Jags and Browns skill players today?
Wow. So what do you attribute that to? 17 seasons. It's not like they have the same defense coordinator for 17 years. Yep. Yep.
All right, fantasy football guru Brian Hartley. We have you every Sunday here, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant. Give us your fantasy picks for Week 14 in the NFL. And I do have the 49ers defense on my roster, but the one thing that concerns me is Pacheco. He's out today, so I had to move him off my roster. That's going to hurt.
Hey, Brian, real quick, I do have a question in the ESPN Fantasy League that I am in with Billy and Josh and a bunch of other people here over at 97.3, but I have a bit of a predicament today. So I don't know if you've heard, but it's going to be pretty ugly over at MetLife in the Jets-Texans game. A lot of wind, pouring rain. So I have Nico Collins originally starting in my lineup. Now, the Jets' pass defense is great. Nico has put up great points. I mean, he put up 14 in week 9, bye week, or he didn't play against Cincinnati, pardon me, 13, 23, and then 34. But I also have Rashee Rice and Zay Flowers on my bench who might deal with a little bit better weather. Who would you go with between Nico Collins, Rashee Rice, and Zay Flowers?
All right, fantasy football guru Brian Hartley. Last week, you predicted that the Eagles would win against the 49ers. You had that wrong. What do you say about this week? Not me. Not the Schweiner.
Billy did pick the 49ers last week.
Nope.
Guru, I had the Niners winning 31-20.
If I would have known, hey, Guru, if I would have known they had played 3 out of 13 days, 3 games in 13 days versus 14 days off, I would have switched my pick as well. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that till the next day.
He just shows up to the game. He takes the limo up.
Yeah. Oh my!
You know what I mean? He sits on. He sits right next to Sirianni. He's going to take Dom's job over.
Hey, if I sat next to Sirianni, Swift would have ran more. Come on.
All right, Guru, give us your prediction for today.
Wow.
All right. Wow. As always, we appreciate you and look forward to hearing from you each and every Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon and get ready for Let's Go Birds. Get ready for Eagles football. There he is, the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Is brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point, serving lunch, dinners, and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com. Call for takeout at 609-927-FOOD. That's 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the shore since 44. It's Charlie's Bar.
Don't forget, we're at the Tropicana in Atlantic City, where you fall into fun and leap into winter this holiday season. Rake in the savings with incredible hotel deals. Discover an array of international flavors at the famed quarter at Tropicana. And don't forget the Caesars Sportsbook, where you can get in on all the action this NFL season. For more information on all the great things Tropicana AC has to offer you, go online to Caesars.com/AC.
Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Or were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we're going to get everybody's prediction. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mark Rhymes, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan back in the studio as we broadcast live here at the Caesar Sportsbook inside the Tropicana on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 14, and the Eagles head to Dallas against their NFC East rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, on Sunday Night Football.
Prescott back again. It is caught, but he's tackled. Tackled as CD. Over the Eagles win.
Eagles Radio Network coverage begins at 7 p.m. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 8:20. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
GMS Law. Make the right call with 4 convenient locations to serve you. Boardwalk Honda. Shop our lineup of new pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas online at boardwalkhonda.com. The Fan Zone at Sun Valley Pools. Unique fan gear and gifts for every fan of every team. Cape Regional Health System. Your healthcare partner for a healthier life in Cape May County. Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. And South Jersey Gas.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home of South Jersey for Eagles football.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, this one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roll. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
Elevate your game day or holiday gathering to legendary status. Don't let hunger sideline the fun. Whether you're at home or at the office, fuel up with delicious food from Goodfellas, New York Italian Deli in Glassboro. Your ultimate game changer for scrumptious eats. From sizzling wings to gourmet sliders, specialty sandwiches to fresh salads, we've got a winning lineup that'll keep your crew fueled and focused on the action. Order online at GoodfellasNewYorkItalianDeli.com or call 856-442-0202. Goodfellas in Glassboro, where every bite is a victory.
You're listening with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Caesar Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Week 14 of the NFL, but we're getting ready for Eagles Cowboys. And by the way, is this the best fight song on this?
Oh, my God. Come on.
Roger, there's nothing like
By the way, when I was at the Dallas game, when they played us at home, they loved our song. We had a bunch of Dallas fans. They loved it. They loved it.
It's the best song in the league. I mean, come on. We not only have a great team, we got the great. There's nothing like it when
Billy's positive.
When the Eagles score and the whole stadium sings in unison.
Yes.
There's nothing. I get chills thinking about it, especially when it's like a big touchdown or winning a big game.
I heard that, Dan.
The euphoria is second to none. I know, Grimes, you got a lot of people watching on the thing. You got a big following, Grimes.
Yes.
I'm going to get you part of the show more often.
Well, I think I come from a very, very, very large family.
Six brothers?
Yeah, 6 brothers, 2 sisters.
Can you imagine Josh sitting around that dinner table?
I'm the youngest of
trying
9.
to get some scraps?
That was old Northeast Philly Irish Catholic families, right? Everybody had. Hey, we were the small family on the block, 9 kids. Anyhow, want to shout out?
Fight for your spot at the table.
Oh,
there.
Cheerios, water. I've been fighting my whole life.
Now he's eating caviar.
But shout out to my brother Joe, Peggy, Frank, Mike, Rocky, everybody, Jim, and my family, my lovely wife Julie, Hannah, and me.
The Gwiggles.
Maggie.
All right, Grimesy, let's get you.
Mark Lynn.
It's time for your prediction.
Oh, prediction.
All right.
You ready?
I'm going to put Grimes right here.
All right, you ready?
All right, go ahead,
All right,
Grimes.
here we go.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. Listen, I think everybody thinks this is going to be a high-scoring game. This is going to be a defensive matchup.
You think?
Oh, do I think? I
think.
know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Ready?
Write it
It'll
down.
be a tight one. Ready?
Yeah.
Eagles 17, Dallas 14.
Wow. 17-14. Josh Hennig, you're up next.
Well, I gotta say,
he
Mark,
thinks I'm crazy, but I'm just telling you.
He's
I
shaking his
do.
head.
Listen, the last time Dallas played, they allowed 35 points to a Seahawks team that is an average offense at best execution-wise. I think there's a flaw in the Dallas defense. There's a flaw in the Eagles defense. I think the Eagles win 38-35.
Wow. 38-35. Danny Ryan back at the studio.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a similar score to Josh. I have the Eagles winning this one. They got to come out. They got to get that bad taste out of their mouth from last week against San Fran. So I'm going Eagles 34, Cowgirls 31.
34-31. Well, the drinks didn't work.
We didn't.
All right. Listen to you guys.
Victoria, shots.
Listen to you guys didn't work. I'm skeptical. I'm pessimistic, Josh.
Pessimistic about
You
what?
got to prove it to me. I want to see it today.
Give me the score.
Unfortunately,
Wow.
the Eagles go down today to the Dallas Cowboys, the dreaded, hated Dallas Cowboys.
Huh?
The Cowboys win this game 30-17. Wow. Can't stop. They're going to have a hard time staying. Listen, it pains me to do this, Grimesy, but I got to be objective. My head and my heart aren't going. They're not meshing.
Gotcha. Hey,
Great show today, Josh.
Santa Claus is
He's
bringing
shaking
this.
his-
Santa Claus is bringing
Cole?
this guy Cole. Yeah, he is.
I want to thank Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. Thanks to Mark Grimes, my agent at the beach. We really appreciate you, man.
guys. Love
Thank you
guys.
so much. Josh
thank
Hennig, as always, great job. Danny Ryan back in the studio. Thank you so much. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday. Because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Have a great NFL Sunday, and let's go Birds. I'll see you next week. Let's go.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow.